So let me ask y'all.
My fault, bro.
Is having like your finances in order more important than having your emotional baggage in check?
Yes. Wait a minute. That's a little bit debatable, dog.
I feel like
that's a little bit. Wait a minute.
In regards to like settling down with an individual.
I'm gonna say this.
There's a lot of people that's dealing with a lot of demons that's got their money right.
Exactly. Y'all gotta be careful. I want y'all to really think about this, y'all, because I know money is very important. It's top 2, top 3
right.
in a relationship / engagement / marriage.
But that mental.
But however though, right? Yeah. There are people like we see people like honestly, right, who got the bag, right, but they're so empty inside. Like mentally, they broken down. They're not healed from past relationships, but they got the bag. So me personally, man, I think it's important that you get this straight. You feel me? You got to get this straight before anything. Then, I mean, money. Because if you're not straight like this, I don't care how beautiful your dress is, how nice your tuxedo is, but when you go home with this person,
it's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be chaos.
Yeah,
because they're not healed.
But I'm saying, did everybody say money or mental? Where's everybody?
I heard money.
Mental.
And most of it is the women who said the money.
I say money.
Okay, money, mental. Why money? We heard mental. Why money?
Both is important.
That's a good question, bro.
Both is important.
Yeah. Well, why money? Why do you think money's more important than actually getting your emotions in check?
When you don't have money, especially when it's to cover certain like basic
necessities.
Yes, it does become stressful, and I feel like
it messes with your mental.
Then it ends up as a mental thing.
But we're talking about people that actually have their money right, but they still got these.
But
mental
you said,
issues.
but the original question was money or mental, right?
No, what I'm saying is there are individuals that have their money together, but because of their mental, they're still not ready. So I'm asking which one is more important, because you can have money and still.
Mental, then.
No, I'm asking you guys. What's y'all opinion?
Okay, so now you're saying.
See, you're not thinking.
No. Now he said.
No, let me tell you. I'm gonna repeat the question. I'm gonna repeat the question.
Okay.
Is having your finances in order more important than having your emotional baggage in check?
That's so hard.
I think that
it's a deep question. I don't think people really think about the emotions. Go ahead.
I think if you're not mentally there, you won't be able to enjoy the money you worked for. So you should work on your mental state instead of trying to just waste money on stuff that you think is going to make you happy or make your mental better than it is. So I think it's mental.
But what if your mental state is fine and you're struggling for like 5-6 years to get your finances in order, and you just can't make there are people like that out there.
No, for sure.
There's a lot of people.
Most stress.
Which one holds more weight for you though, Jen?
I don't know.
There's a lot of people stressing because they broke.
Lead up to like,
a lot of opportunities.
Bro, y'all serious right now?
If your mental state is good, then you have the motivation.
You being honest,
It's not being money hungry. I just feel like
you need money to live regardless.
You don't live in this world.
You need money to eat.
We're talking about people who's actually, listen, I'm not knocking money. Of course we need money. We know that. But bro, can you imagine you're married to a guy whose head is not straight? Emotionally, he's drained. He's not whole. He's not healed. Yeah. You got to go to bed with this man.
Is this before marriage or after?
You didn't listen to the question, fam. Pay attention.
Before or after? I am listening.
Before settling down, like, what do you guys think is more important? Getting your money right or getting your mental right?
Get your mental right, fam.
At the same time.
That's good one.
That's just said we can't do both at the same time.
Nah, bro, that's just like
we can't do both. For
that's
real?
just like it depends, bro. I thought we trying to start that for season 4.
We gotta do both, man.
You said it first though.
You gotta do both, man.
But now here's the thing though, like like I said, for me mentally, bro, your mind gotta get right, fam. Like real talk. Zoe, how you feel, Zoe?
No, for real, just quiet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about the Zoe.
No, I'm talking about Esther.
Oh. The camera's not working. It's not on.
It looks like it's on.
Zoe, how you feel? We're probably Zoe. Don't worry about the background. You good? We're probably.
Make sure everybody's straight.
Because I know a lot of people like. It's like. Never mind. Go ahead, Zoe. Never mind. I don't want to say it.
We're talking in the sense of, like, when y'all say money and mental, is that like towards marriage? Like,
yes, in regards to settling down with an individual.
I don't know. I feel like I always go off with, like, 'cause I know y'all said money and mental, but for me personally, I want to know, like, what's your foundation in? And I feel like a lot of marriages, when I talk to people, it's about God. Like, I want to know, like, what's your God like life is like. And I feel like if you right with God, then your mental would be right, and then your money would be right. So I don't really want you to try to do it all by yourself. If I could help you, I could help you, but I feel like God helps us all. So it's a lot of people I see out there that got the bag, but they be wilding out because they not, like, mentally, like, founded in God. So that's why, like, they're easily influenced to go out and do stuff and mess up. And there's some people who are not financially straight, and I feel like because they don't sow seeds into God or they don't give tithes. I think, like, when it comes to marriage, it's a bigger picture than mental and money. It's like God is all that. And I feel like people try to get the bag without God, or people try to get their mental right. They go to psychiatrists. They don't go to God. Like, I don't really.
I mean,
scared,
that's
like,
definitely the root. That's the root causes of what would make people in these, when you find yourself in these tough situations. I mean, that's one of the reasons. It's based on, your personal relationships and the things that which you lack in these relationships. But I guess, okay, let's transition there.
I feel like a lot of times people mentals don't be straight because they bag don't be straight though.
I agree.
You hustling so hard trying to get to the bag because you already know how this world is. Your mental is not going to be straight all the time. So you hustling, like, it's like sometimes it's like you got to pick one or the other when you in a situation. You got to pick one or the other, and a lot of times you got to pick the money first, and then you're going to work on your mental later. Sometimes it got to be like that.
And most people end up crashing and burning.
And it's not okay, but it's like that's the life that we live in sometimes. Like, you got to pick one or the other.
And people
it's
end up
like
crashing.
A lot of times we got to pick the bag.
Yeah, but a lot of times I feel like
that's
people,
not fair though. But
I feel like I said, I try to use God in this because God provides, and I feel like people don't turn to God until, like, they mentally be like they exhaust all options. They try to hustle, they try to scam, they try to do this, they try to do that, and it just doesn't work. When I feel like,
but what if you're also going to God, but you're also working on trying to get the finance together? People do both.
Yeah, but then where your faith at?
It still relies on God, but I'm just saying it's not like people are just sitting there and just praying like, "Hey God, can you send me $10,000 while I sit on the couch and hope that maybe my water bill or my electricity bill can get paid and stuff like that?" I feel like people are still doing.
I know,
both.
but if you prayed and you
that's so profound though, because lately I've been speaking about that a lot of people find themselves sitting around waiting on miracles. And that's not what God has called us to do. Like, if you truly look at what Jesus was out here doing, he literally would go back to cities that which he would have performed miracles or had healed individuals, and find these people still in the state that which he left them at prior to him coming. And he would say basically, woe to these cities, because all they do is sit around and wait for miracles. Mm-hmm. So I feel you in that. Like, we have to get back to actually going out and getting it and putting that work behind our faith.
Right. Also, hold on. I'm sorry. But also too, I know. But also too, okay, I'm gonna give an example. Like, okay. Horrible. Let's say someone is looking for a new job, or they're waiting on a promotion. They're working towards a promotion, or they're going out applying for jobs, giving in resumes, calling in, seeing if there's positions available and stuff like that. But they're also praying like, "Hey, Lord, can you please help me with providing this for me? Amen. I need this to fund for this, or I need this to be able to get my new house or to get a car and stuff like that." Right. There are people doing that as well. Of course. It's like we still go to God for these things, but there are people actually working towards these things as well. It's not like people are just praying like, "Hey, do this," but they're not doing nothing. People are doing both.
You have to put work behind faith.
And it's taking time for them to get there.
More than prayer, you have to put work behind your faith, because you have to actually step out with God and say, "God, I'm going to take this step, and I know that you actually going to be there when I get there." You can't just sit around and wait for God to do things for you. They don't work like that.
I agree with that. Because the Bible says faith without works is what?
Dead.
So therefore, you got to put into action what you're praying for, what you believe in.